welcome back. Vlog number 2, day 5, 4, 5. Yes, Friday the 17th. I came in on Monday. So after a few days in quarantine, who cares anymore when you can't leave your room? So I've had a few questions come up. One's like, why in the world are you doing this? So I'll give you a little background. When COVID first came around, our patient numbers dropped dramatically in our office. So I started looking for other opportunities just in case that happened again, and where our hours were kind of cut. Unfortunately, when I got this contract, I had 2 other contracts. I had one going to a COVID hospital as a hospitalist in Detroit and one in Denver. But however, the patient volume never saw the need to bring in all the contractors, so they canceled those contracts. Well, this contract came up, kind of started in the works in the middle of that. So I started the slow process of getting my Alaska license for the hopes that maybe one day I'll use it. Well, they offered me this contract, and I went ahead and took it. The bad part about that is my office where I work full-time, our numbers went record high. But luckily I had somebody that was just finished school that could kind of hold my spot, take my place, and help while I'm gone. That way they wouldn't have to worry about trying to pay all of us there, and I could kind of help the clinic out in that way. The second big reason, or I guess really the primary reason I took this, is I just built a house. I have 5 kids, so that's right, 5 kids, ranging from almost 3 to almost 17. So I have a house full of kids to provide for. This contract job, as most contract jobs, pay really well. So that was going to give me the opportunity to catch up, or not really necessarily catch up, but pay off some debt, pay off a car and a couple credit cards, and try to get to where I don't have as much debt at all, hopefully down to where I'm just at a house payment. Because at this point in my life, I'm starting to really see that I chase a time clock and a paycheck a whole lot more than I do as far as quality of living and experiences. And I want to give my kids more of my time and more experiences other than having to work 23 days a month. And then when you're at home, you're so tired that you can't really enjoy anything. Over the last few years, I've had some pretty significant life events and changes that really put in perspective why we do what we do. I mean, why we work. When you want to provide for your family, especially as the head of the household, you want to provide for your family. That's your job. But it's also, I feel it's my job that I want to give my kids life experiences. I want them to see the world. I want them to see other places and know that there's more than just what we see here as daily. This is not, and especially coming from the United States, this is not how the rest of the world lives. I like to go to Guatemala quite a bit, as much as possible. I've done some medical work in Africa, and this is definitely not how the whole world lives. Even in third world countries where people travel and go to the Bahamas and Jamaica, well, if you've never left your resort or you've never left the tourist area, you have no idea what the real culture is there. So if you travel, I really challenge you to get outside that tourist area. Go see how the locals live. It's a whole lot different than you think. So that kind of in a nutshell, that's not saying it was just money motivating to take this job, but it's going to kind of help give me the out to not feel like I'm so obligated that I have to work so much. I want to get to where I just have a house payment, and I want to be able to spend more time at home, maybe more off days, even if it's just 1 extra day a week. Maybe if it's just where I'm trying to make sure I'm just working 4 days a week instead of 5, or I don't have to pick up extra shifts in the ER quite as much, or just any number of things. Everybody's got your own motivators on what you want to do, or what you think is required to better yourself or better your situation. But you can't be lazy, and you can't expect somebody to give it to you. You need to be able to get up, Go do the research, find the job, figure out what you need and what it's going to take to get there, and then work as hard as you can to get to that point. But when you get to that point, don't think, oh, I can work that much harder again and I can just stockpile money. You need to, at that point, you need to figure out what's your goals, what did you accomplish, and what is your ultimate goal, what's your mark of happiness. And so, it's not always money, it's more quality of time spent with your family. I guess that's my philosophy, my motivational soapbox right now.
You get wise, you get to church.
When you're in a room with nobody else to talk to, you really start to kind of think about these things. I'd already kind of, we'd already kind of discussed this amongst my family before I took this job. That's another very important thing. If you're thinking to travel, to practice like this especially, even though this is my only first real travel assignment to this degree and this distance, make sure you have a sit down with your family and talk. Me and my wife did a whole lot of the talking about this, and she's very supportive and understanding and knows that this is the best thing for my family. However, I did not sit down and talk with my older kids as much as I did my two young ones. I should have done better. I should have talked to my older ones more, because they were kind of like at the last minute, "Ooh, you're going? We didn't realize you were really going." So I just assumed that they would be okay with everything and it wouldn't be a problem. But they, believe it or not, your older kids, even though half the time they don't want you there, they really don't want your input. They really want want to know, and they'll miss you more than you think. But yeah, I love my family and my kids, and I am looking forward to getting back home already. But I'm also kind of just really ready to get out of this hotel room and on to my work assignment. I think that's about it for today. So far, food's still been good. I'll drop some more pictures up there. Had some really great lasagna, pizza. I've noticed I don't want to eat near as much when I'm up here, which is kind of weird. I thought I just want to snack all the time, but I'm just not that hungry sitting up here by myself. But other than that, they did bring an Xbox to us to kind of give us something to do. And that's fine unless you and your son share a Xbox Live account and he keeps knocking you off your game. But other than that, I just watch YouTube and tell my wife I'm trying to find me a new hobby, and she was thrilled to hear that. But until then, just if you have any questions, make sure you like. If you like the video, like it. If you have questions, please drop them down below. If there's something you don't want, if you say, hey, we don't want to see any more of your room, hey, that's fine too. I may try to do some time-lapse photography of the sunset in a day or so. It's been kind of rainy today and overcast, so today wouldn't be the greatest day. But if you have any questions, feel free to just drop them down below. I am going to try to show you next couple videos, so I'll show you my luggage and some of the things I bought off Amazon to kind of help with this, and I'll just kind of review them for you and tell you about them. They didn't give them to me. I bought all this stuff, but I'll put the descriptions in the link below. That way you can check them out if you're looking. I'll tell you the good, bad, the ugly about them. Then when I get to Accutane, I'll kind of go through exactly what I packed, and at the end of the trip I'll show you what I wish I'd packed and what I wish I didn't pack. Alright, well, if you have any questions, hit me up. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell so you know when I put up a new video. Until then,